Good morning. And I hope you're in the right place because if you're not, this is the place to be. This is InsurTech Spring Conference 2021, hosted by InsurTech New York and InsurTech Hartford. So, first, let me thank you for joining us. We have 2 days of engaging speakers and amazing topics for you. Now, I assume most of you are still working from home like me, so I hope you grabbed your breakfast from your kitchen and ready to kick this off. Let me first introduce myself. Who am I? I'm part of InsurTech New York, a principal there, focused on getting a lot of the corporations and innovation programs started. I also lead RCI and Bridge that really focuses on global business and digital transformation. We could talk more about that strategy and innovation and automation to help your organization as we get further along when we network. But let's go into what InsurTech New York is about. Well, who are we? Well, we're pulling together the community with the latest and greatest of technology and efficiencies to increase our revenues. We want to be prepared for the future of the insurance industry, whether it be digitally or even just be impactful. Now, we've had other events like this where we've brought in about 3,000 attendees and over, utilizing about 700 different companies that participated. That's really exciting, considering we started not too long ago. Now, how do we do this? Well, we have a membership program as well. That includes the Growth Stage Accelerator, where we match the best InsurTechs to carriers and brokers looking to partner with them or even invest with them. We've also conducted executive briefings where we provide education to the carriers and brokers leaders to inform their executives on the trends and access to really tailored startup business showcases. And like today, we have early stage competitions where members get first look at cutting edge startups and technologies. And we also have these public events where we have innovation events where we focus on education, the trends, the challenges, and the opportunities our industry faces to help us work together and be ready for whatever's next. But as we go forward with this, there's some of our members I want to call out here. We're excited to announce that 2021 carriers and broker members to the Corporate Innovation Program. We are thrilled to work with these awesome members to support their innovation goals. But wait, there's more room here. So if you're interested in joining up for the program this year, it's not too late to be part of this fun. Well, you're going to ask me, so how do I do that? Well, you got to talk to these two guys, the founders, David and Tony. I think they only keep me around to make them look more attractive, but they're good guys. Lastly, I want to talk to you about what's left here for the year. Let me remind you, there's more in store for 2021. And if you want to learn more about these events we have in May, August, October, and December, you need to check out our website and sign up. With that said, let me pull you back. And I think you got to go over some logistics here so that you can navigate this event to the best and most efficient way. So you're going to want to put that coffee down and really take notes here. So first, let me show you this agenda here. And really what I want you to focus on is the theme that we have here. The theme here is really talking about catering to the customer of 2025. How do we find that competitive advantage for the industry in the future with technology today? Let's move beyond today with all these things of current to us, the pandemic, the COVID, working from home, and start looking forward and saying, how can we take what we learned and step ahead? So what we did was we put together these great panels, some keynotes, some TED Talks, and startup pitches, and of course, networking for us to get together. Now, with that networking, we've set up an expo hall to learn more about how our members of our community can support you and some of the exciting services and products they have to offer. So you're going to ask me, well, how do I do that? Well, I hope you do anyway. Well, by now, you should be on the Remlo tool or you won't be looking at me. So let me go with some basics. When I'm not presenting, you'll be placed in this networking area. Let me share a couple of the key things that you need to know. Now, lounges are free to open when networking. You might be with some random strangers who could be your new best buddy. Under the expo hall, there are vendor booths. There will be representatives of these booths that you could talk to. Networking tables will be used to schedule the grip networking. If you've been to other InsurTech conferences, it's sort of like that, but this one's virtual instead of a real table. If someone's choosing a table, please let them know and nudge them. Hey, I reserved this. Just let's all be kind when we're doing that. We move forward to one table to another by double clicking on that seat. But also note, there's 5 floors here. If you look to the left of your column, there's what I call the elevator, and you can click on one of those numbers to go to a different floor, which has different vendors and other tables to network with. Now, I have to go through some of these tech requirements that I think will help you out. Now, your browser matters. Chrome is best. PCs tend to not lag over iOS. And if you have VPN or high security settings, it might slow down your experience. Now, the important thing, this networking area is only accessible during networking breaks. So during the presentations, the panel discussions, you won't be participating in that together. Now that you got that done, you got to talk about grip. You should have all received the email about your grip login and information. If you log in, it's highly important that you put in your profile so that you can get matched up with other folks and also accept or reject people's requests. You don't want to keep them hanging, and so they know that they can either meet up with you or not. You can also meet at the tables in Remo, but you can also have the option to meet elsewhere. Phone calls or Zoom works too. We leave it up to you to decide. And then finally, what would a conference be without prizes? That's why I showed up. Finally, we have these great prizes. We have a Bose headphones. We have AirPod Pro. We have a sound bar. We have an Apple Watch and 4K cam. Now, if you're working from home with me, these are cool, nice to haves. So how do you win them? Basically, you get a raffle ticket in one way. You can either attend 3 meetings using the Grip app, or we can track you by the amount you accept. Another way is that if you answer the surveys with about 30 questions, if you get 10 of those right, you get a raffle. You get the survey questions and answers by attending the different booths. And with your raffle ticket, we basically randomly pick a winner. If you have 2 tickets, the more chances to win. Hopefully you're networking because you want to with people in the industry and learn from each other. But there's also a great thing to have to prizes. So we want to motivate you to try to talk to other folks and get engaged. And who doesn't like a little competition? With that said, let's see how we can get this kicked off. So our first panel here is talking about the consumer. And I think that's the right way to start the day off, because the consumer always comes first. So our panel is a distribution channel to sell to the customers of 2025. And on here, we have our moderator, Denise. She's a senior VP at Marsh. And she's also worked at AIG in the national accounts, business development, marketing, and communication. She's also president of National African American Insurance Association chapter of New York Tri-State. Todd is the CEO and co-founder of E2Value, one of the early and now leading SaaS providers in insurance. E2Value's patented start-to-finish valuation tools have been used throughout the United States and Canada on millions of structures by top banks and insurance carriers over 20 years. Yamini is a co-founder of Vimo, the CRM software for financial services, which has been developed by AXA, Allianz, AIA, Generali, and Sun Life, among others. Prior to starting Vimo, she was an engagement manager at McKinsey, where she specialized in marketing strategies, sales, and distribution across banking, credit, and insurance. We also have Shireen. She's a VP of Business Development at Root Insurance. It's one of the first non-medical InsurTech startups to reach $1 billion valuation. Shireen was previously served as a BD leader at both Codera and Twitter. Last but not least, we have Matt, who's the CEO of Integrated Specialty Coverages and Managing Director of Insurance Strategies. There, they've built end-to-end insurance platforms connecting insurance markets and distribution channels in commercial property, hospitality, trucking, and contractor sectors. With that said, I want to pass it over to my friend Denise. So over to you, Denise.